Hey, have you heard of Axie Infinity? If you clicked on this video, I assume you have. It's that blockchain game where you can make money. But it's not the only blockchain game, or the only game where you can make money. So, why is it so hot? Why is it so much more popular than its competitors? That's the question I want to answer today. And before we start, why don't you give your fingers a little exercise by clicking on the like, subscribe, and share buttons? Health is important. Also, we always appreciate insightful comments. So much so that you can get a trading bonus for leaving them. So in this video, I'll pick the top 3 best comments to send a $10 trading bonus to. Make sure you also leave your Phemex UID if you're looking to get that bonus. Alright, let's get started. So I did a little bit of research to find out what the top current NFT games are, and Axie Infinity, unsurprisingly, came in first. It was then followed by God's Unchained, Splinterlands, the Sandbox 3D, Alien Worlds, and Battle Racers. So we'll take a quick look at those, and then just from surface level of how they look, without digging too much into the background or tokenomics or community or anything, we're just going to look surface level and try to figure out what does Axie have going for it that these don't. These, again, are other top games, so they're performing really well, but Axie is performing even better, so let's try to find out why. Alright, here's the first one we're looking at, Gods Unchained. I'm on their website now, and you can see it's the trading card game that pays to play. Even from here, you can see the website looks cool, they've got the artwork down, it's got sort of a fun vibe. Then, luckily, if you scroll down, it even shows you a little video of the gameplay. So you can see it's a card game. I haven't actually played it, but it looks like probably has cool mechanics, rules that you can really get into, improve your skill, everything like that. And then it has the fun animations, it's all looking good and smooth, and you can collect the rare cards, build your deck, sell them. So incorporated into blockchain very well. So what it has going for it is that it looks really good, it looks fun, professional, good vibe. What it doesn't have compared to Axie is that this is just a card game, right? So it's not the same level as a actual video game that you really get into. All right, next we're here at Splinterlands, which is the number 3 after Axie Infinity and Gods Unchained. So again, much like Gods Unchained, it's also a online card game. The gameplay looks kind of like this. Again, you have your cards and you play the card game with its rules, and it has the animations. Obviously, they've got their own art style. I'm sure the mechanics are totally different, which incorporates, again, very well with NFTs. It's cool to be able to get NFTs of these cards and trade them, and maybe they'll be worth something more. And if you play well, you can get better ones and make money off of it. But yeah, my comments on it are the exact same as Gods Unchained. It's well done, but it's still just an online card game. It's not more traditional immersive video game. All right, now we come to the Sandbox 3D, which, wow, okay, it's very different from the two we just looked at. If those ones were less good because they're only card games, this is a very immersive video game on the blockchain or connected with the blockchain. All right, so let's check out the Sandbox. Virtual world where players can play, build, own, and monetize their virtual experiences. So here's a plot of land that somebody built on there. So we can take a quick look at the videos they've shared. So here's the game maker, sort of how it looks. Then you're fighting on there. Yes, it is Minecrafty. But hey, what's more successful than Minecraft? Almost nothing. Okay, so here's somebody's even making their character. They even have that model. Making blocks. So it goes into much greater, smaller detail than when you're building on Minecraft. All right, so like I said, this much more of an immersive, real video game experience than the previous two we looked at. So it definitely has that going for it. All right, and real quick going to the about section on their website. Again, the editor, the marketplace, the game maker, buying land, getting the token. So while this is a more immersive type video game with more things going on for now, and with sort of a greater scope in its future plan, some reasons why it might not be doing as well is because people really like the play and earn aspect. And while this does have NFT creation, which also you can sell in the marketplace, I think that the way the game functions currently, there's not as clear reasons of why certain NFTs would be more valuable than others. Whereas in Axie Infinity, because of the breeding and the different breeds and the more expensive breeds and the ones that do better in the battles, there's sort of a really clear hierarchy of what's good, and so people can easily look and think, oh, if I put in this investment to buy these good ones and breed them, I can make more good ones and sell them and then make more money on what I sold. Whereas in here, even if you create something really cool and then want to sell it to other people as an NFT, there's much less of a obvious basis to look at for how much you might actually be able to get for that. And here's Battle Racers, which is a game where you can build cars that are made of NFT parts, and the cars themselves will then also become an NFT, and then you can race them on a track. As you can see, currently the graphics aren't anything particular to brag about, but it's a fun idea to be able to build your cars this way and then race them and maybe get some rewards. So here's the racing track, and at the current stage you also don't actually control your car while you're racing. You just try to build it well enough that maybe you can win, and you use your power-ups during the race. So that's the one thing you're controlling, is when to use your power-up. Here's what the actual race looks like, kind of like a Hot Wheels race where the cars are going by themselves. You could argue it's more immersive than the card game, but the graphics aren't the same as the card games we looked at. It's extremely basic looking right now. So let's check their website real quick. So yeah, what this has going for it is it's fairly unique in that you're building cars and racing, and it is a little bit more immersive of a video game, but right now it looks like you're playing some very indie or kind of old indie video game without that much going on. Likely they're planning on adding more in the future, but they have yet to release a updated roadmap to see where they're really going with this. So again, this is one of the top blockchain games, so they're doing well, but those are my thoughts about why they're not quite as up there as Axie Infinity. Alright, Alien Worlds. So I actually logged in and played this before, so I'm just using that video. Here it is when you log in, loading, then you get here, let's start. Kind of gives you this immersive text-based thing with some fun backgrounds and visuals. So then you create your character, male human. There's mining and staking on different planets. This is when I received TLM, their token, from mining. Then you have your mining hub, you use your tools. Obviously you can get better ones later, and these things, the good ones, are NFTs. Yeah, this one is sort of just like staking, but with a little bit of a fun layout and story feel and generating some NFTs. So again, just not that immersive of a video game for now. But to be fair to Alien Worlds, a lot of people are playing it and enjoying it. Some people like that kind of more simple interface and are still able to get immersed in that kind of game. Also, we need to take a look at their roadmap to really evaluate this. So here's all these things that they've completed, and obviously it's playable right now. But in the near term, they're adding other quests and landowner-specific NFT mining. Then later on, they're going to add the battling and interactive storylines. This is going to be more immersive if they get there. And a little bit more you can do with the land. And then future plans. And then, as I say here, quests and immersive experiences. So clearly they're looking to make the game more immersive, and a lot of people enjoy it how it is. But I think if we're comparing it to Axie Infinity, probably what it doesn't have going for it is right now it still doesn't feel quite as immersive as a video game. There's not quite as much to do. You just kind of have that main screen as if you're like the commander in the spaceship, which is cool, but yeah, you're not really moving around a character or fighting yet. All right, finally, here we are on Axie Infinity's website, which you can see they've really got their art style down in a fun, immersive, unique way. People call it off-brand Pokemon, but that's a little bit true, but obviously they've got their own style going on that's different from Pokemon as well. Then as you scroll down, has all this to boast about. A lot of active daily players, the most expensive Axie for 300 ETH, which is a lot of money in today's current ETH price. Then as you scroll down from there, it brings you into this room in a fun, interactive way, even on their website, where you can read about Axies. Really brings you into the feel of the game. Even when you're very first looking at it, this isn't even the game, it's just the website. You can play the adventure mode, not against people, and earn treasures that way. You can play against people in the arena battle with PvP, and then you can do the breeding, which is how CryptoKitties got big. There's attributes, you breed them, you try to hope that you'll get offspring that has the best attributes of the parents. And then you can use those to battle in arena battles or adventure, and then you can win more from doing that. Then they're also incorporating the land, so much like some of the other games we looked at, and other crypto games that we didn't look at, like Decentraland, there's also the plots of land that they're incorporating into the game as well. So before I wrap things up, you might be thinking, hey, a big part of the Axie Infinity growth is playing it to make money. And yes, that's a big factor, but why do they choose that game over other games? So that's where the hierarchy of the price of NFTs really comes in. Axie Infinity has been compared to CryptoKitties as a more immersive one because of the breeding, and I think that's an accurate comparison as to part of the main reason why it's so big. Because there's obvious things you can do to create better NFTs, better characters in the game. Put in the amount of money you want to put in to get ones with good attributes, then you can breed them, and hopefully you'll be able to breed ones with better attributes. And if you keep doing that, you can sell them, make your money back, then keep making more money from buying it that way. So people going into the game have a clear idea of the strategy of how they can make money, which of course is different than most video games, but hey, it's the new revolution of gaming, right? And then on top of that, it looks good and it's a little more immersive than other games that even have the clear hierarchy. So Axie Infinity adds the level of immersion where you can fight, battle, have an adventure by land, and they're continuing to develop that and doing a good job setting goals and accomplishing them so far. So that being said, these are good things to look at whenever you're looking at other blockchain games and thinking about how they might do in the future. So don't only look at how immersive it is, you should also look at the hierarchy of the NFTs in it, and if people will see a clear way that they can participate and actually make money playing the game. That seems to be where we're at now, as blockchain gaming continues to be a big thing and keep growing. And whether you're playing the game for fun or to make money, you can decide on your own. There's a lot of blockchain games out there. There's a lot that look like they have a lot of potential. But by doing this little comparison, I hope it helps you get some idea of what to look out for if you're trying to find what the next big thing is. All right, thanks for watching. Again, remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And also, if you comment, try to leave something good, interesting. Maybe talk about other blockchain games that we should look at. And for the top 3 comments, we'll send that $10 trading bonus. So leave your Phemex UID in there as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.